One thing that you can do to elevate your videos is adding a little text on the screen, just like this. However, the problem that many creators make is there's not enough contrast between the words and the background, so the words just kind of blend in. In today's video, I'm going to share with you two very simple tricks to show you how you can fix this right within Canva. And the best part, it's absolutely free. Added words to video, you can't really see it. The solution I wanted to talk about today is one that I don't see talked about enough. It's simply adding a rectangle behind your words. If you're on desktop, and I know some of you are not, but if you are, then click R on the keyboard and it's going to bring up rectangle. Does anybody else struggle with seeing yourself on screen? If you're not using desktop and you are on a device, then to get a rectangle, you're going to go to the Elements tab, wherever that is on your device, scroll down and find Shapes, and you can click the square one. We're going to take this and take it right under the words. This is so simple, and it's going to change it to where you can actually read the words. You're going to change the color of the rectangle by clicking the color icon on the quick action toolbar. This is one of the actions that I actually got changed when I submitted my feedback. It used to come up one and then come up as the other, like you had to do 2 clicks. Now it's 1 click. This goes to show you that you can impact the things that Canva does by leaving them feedback. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below that will give you a link to submitting feedback to Canva. Let's grab this. And so you see, it's just nice and basic. Added words to a video. Now I've added a rectangle underneath it. It's important to know that Canva's user interface is always changing. What Canva looks like today for me, it may change tomorrow. If there's a part of the video that you're confused about because the user interface changed for you so much that you aren't comprehending what I'm teaching, leave a timestamp of the part where you're confused and I will try to clarify it for you. If you want a little fancy, this is what you're going to do. We're going to close out of this color tab. We're going to take this and make this rectangle. It's going to take me a hot minute to get it set up right. And this may not be the type of video that I would do this on, but I just wanted to show you an example. And we're going to take this white rectangle and we're going to click color. We're going to click this little button, which is going to customize this color and switch from solid to gradient. We're going to click on this first color and copy this hex code, which is a combination of numbers and letters. We're going to copy that. I use Control C, and then we're going to go to the second color, Control V. You want these 2 gradient colors to be the same. And I'm even going to add another one. So now that one's going to be the same, and the 4th one. I know you're thinking, well, that doesn't look any different. It doesn't, because I've not added any transparency to it. We're going to go ahead and get started on the one on the far right. Reduce this transparency. Let's go with 0. You're going to notice that the transparency is on the right instead of the top or the bottom or the left. We're going to fix that. Click this one that says linear gradient 180. That gradient is actually on the bottom. We're going to take this and rotate it because we want that gradient on top. Editing Jennifer here. I've got a little bonus tip for you. If you had a word strip across the top of your video, you would want the gradient, the transparency to end on the bottom. Starting in that 4th color slot, like I did, works great for that. You do not have to rotate your rectangle. If you are putting your words on the bottom, What you can do instead of starting your transparency at 0 on that fourth color block, start it off on the first one. Then you don't have to rotate it at all. But as you see, I made the mistake here and was able to easily correct it simply by rotating my rectangle around. It still needs a little help, so we're going to click this color icon again. Click on the same gradient that it is. For the second one, we're going to reduce the transparency again. And do you see how it just gives a little gradient, white cloud sort of look? Of course, you could have used any color for that. It just would be the same technique. What if you don't want plain text? There is one more simple trick that you can do that's going to elevate your videos other than just adding plain text, and that's to add text animation. And to learn how to do that, watch this video right over here. Can I be honest with you? I forgot to lift up my seat for the recording. So I'm taking my own advice. I'm publishing what I have.